What if I told you that an AI could help you get refunds, negotiate prices, and extend deadlines without you knowing what to say? Well, today I'm building an AI negotiation agent that does exactly that. I will build it in minutes with no code. We all deal with customer support emails and awkward negotiations. Most people don't fail because you don't deserve a refund, they fail because they don't know how to phrase it. So instead of another generic chatbot, let's build something actually useful. This is a chat-based website where users describe their problem and the AI guides them step by step before generating ready-to-send messages. No live calls, no risky automation, just smarter negotiation. Normally, building something like this would take front-end, back-end, and prompt engineering and probably weeks of work. Lovable collapses all of that into one tool. You describe the product that you want to build, and it builds the app for you. If you don't have an account in Lovable, just go to lovable.dev and sign up. It's completely free to sign up and you don't need to pay anything. You also get 5 free credits on daily basis, and you can use these credits to build any kind of applications, test the tool, and then take it forward. So once you sign in, what you can do is you can paste a prompt into this section and then you can click on this button and it's going to start building the product that you want. So I will paste a detailed prompt into Lovable that explains what the app does, how the AI should behave, what questions to ask, and what outputs to generate. And this is the prompt that I've prepared. So I had a very simple prompt, and then I went to ChatGPT, and then I asked ChatGPT to enhance my prompt, and then this is how the prompt looks. So the prompt is broken down into different sections, and then each section specifies what needs to happen, the entire flow of the application, and everything is inside. This part is important. You're not telling Lovable what code to write, you're telling it what product to build. So once you have entered the prompt and then you've hit enter, it's going to take you to a new page where it will start building the actual application for you. Along the process of generating the application, it might ask you some questions which you need to answer. So in my case, I was asked 3 different questions. So the first question that Lovable asked me was if I want Lovable to implement authentication, so basically sign up and login pages. And I said that I don't need any accounts. Then it asked me about the visual representation of this application, and then there were a bunch of predefined options which I could choose from, and also there was a section where I could actually type any kind of styles or any kind of information that I wanted to pass to Lovable so that it would basically create the application in the way I wanted. And then the final question that I was asked was if I want Lovable to implement just one feature or implement all the features at once. And then my answer was that I want a full feature set. So once I answered all the questions, then it continued with the actual plan. So what it did is it basically built a plan, and then I had to approve this plan, and after this it basically started generating the application. So there was another question towards the end. So this is a function in Lovable which is about enabling cloud. If you enable cloud in your application is going to get access to many different tools such as different databases, storage, authentication, backend logic. You can integrate different LLMs into your application and so on. And this is very useful if you want to integrate an LLM into your application. And that's why I allowed this setting. And finally, it basically generated everything. After a few minutes, I got a notification saying that DL Pilot AI is now complete. And it also gives you a complete breakdown of what pages it has built, how the entire flow of the application works. And you have the option after this to test the application from this window on the right hand side, or you can click on this arrow, and then what this is going to do is it's going to open the application on a new page. So let's test our application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this arrow, and it's going to open the application on a new page. So this is how our application looks. So this is the landing page, and if you scroll down a little bit, you can see all the different scenarios which can be used in this application. So if you want to get a refund, if you want to negotiate a deadline, if you want to get a flight refund, if you want to negotiate the subscription price, and so on. And what we need to do is basically we need to click on start negotiating. So once we click on start negotiating, we're going to be presented with a message from our assistant, and what it's asking us to do is to describe our situation. So in this case, let's see what we have. So what we're going to do is we're going to say I was charged for a yearly subscription even though I cancelled. Support is refusing to refund me. So this is our problem. And now if we send this message, it's going to ask us some qualifying questions. So what we need to select from this list of options is basically cancel a subscription. So you can see that there's other options which you can choose from. So if I select cancel subscription, it's going to ask us more qualifying questions after this. What's the name of the company? So let's say Streamflow Pro. And then it's going to ask us about the price. So let's say $99, and let's say yes, we tried to cancel, but we got told that we can't cancel it. So after this, what it's going to ask us to do is it's going to ask us what kind of response we want the LLM to write for us. So you have a polite response, firm response, and then assertive response. So let's select this response, which is the firm response. And now it's analyzing all the answers that we've provided so far. So for this question, basically, have you tried canceling before? What happened? You can provide more context, more data as to what happened. So in this case, I provided just one sentence. And just like that, we were presented with a few different messages which are ready to be sent. So if you noticed, it took like less than 5 seconds for it to analyze all the data and give us actual emails which are ready to send. So this is the primary message. You can see it has subject, and it's also written in a formal way so that we sound as professional as possible and make sure that we actually get this subscription cancelled. And if we scroll down a little bit, you see that there is a follow-up message, and it says here if they say no to the first message, then this can be a follow-up message. And finally, we have an escalation message and request assistance from supervisor or manager. And at the bottom of this page, you also have a few more options. So you can basically recreate the responses and make them more polite, make them firmer, shorten the messages, rewrite, and then there is an option basically to provide more data to the LLM before it provides new responses. This isn't just generic advice, these are copy-paste ready messages. This is where AI actually shines, not replacing humans but making people more confident. This is something founders would use, creators would use, normal people would pay for. This could easily be a paid tool, a Chrome extension, a WhatsApp bot, or even a voice agent, and we built this core product in minutes. The biggest shift in 2026 won't be bigger models, it will be better AI products, and tools like Lovable make that possible for anyone. If this was useful, like and subscribe for more AI automation and no-code tutorials, and comment below what would you negotiate with this AI first.